What up, guys? Sorry if y'all hear the dogs in the background. Just want to give a little update. Watched some good football today. Texas, Oklahoma, not what I expected. Alabama and Missouri, about what I expected. I called that game at 27-17. We end at 27-24. Well played ball game. Hush! Well played ball game. Sorry, these dogs got my brain kind of discombobulated. But we'll start off with Alabama, Missouri. Let's do that. First of all, I need to put some respect on Indiana's name. I kind of called them out a little bit yesterday when I posted the video about this week's preview of games and said I'm not really going to talk about Indiana until they win a game of substance. All I really knew about them is last year they make it to the playoffs and, they look like they didn't belong against Notre Dame. This year, totally different story. They go out and beat an Oregon team that I didn't really see them beating. I figured that game was going to be pretty low scoring, but I just thought Oregon's defense was going to shut it down. Move on to Alabama, Missouri. Great football game. I thought both teams played well. Ty Simpson, another solid game. He just continues to do this ever since the Florida State game. This kid is on a mission. He wants to prove that he is the guy there, and he leads that team very well. Overton had a big game like I said he would. They look good. So, Texas, Oklahoma, man, Texas just looked, hey, hush, Rocky. Texas just looked totally in control of that game. Arch Manning looked like a totally different quarterback. We haven't seen that this year. I haven't. Come on. Rocky, hush. Just really solid football game by him. Defensively, Texas looked really good. Very impressive. Oklahoma might be a little bit of fool's gold at this point. I don't know. What I've seen today from John Mateer, maybe he's not healthy, but you can't exactly use that as an excuse either. He was well enough to play. He played. He just didn't play well. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of my take on it. The big games that we've seen so far, Georgia's about to play here in about 15 minutes. Very curious to see, like I said earlier in the week, are we going to get a Georgia team that plays more press man and gives that D-line more opportunities to get to the quarterback? Or are we going to see this same soft coverage that we have just been getting torched over and over and over again with? I don't know, guys. I don't know what to expect. Part of me wants to think that Kirby's going to do something a little different because what's been happening hadn't been working defensively. Offensively, I just want to see them connect on these explosive plays. I want to see somebody step up and separate themselves as the guy that Gunner can go to when he needs to make a play. I just haven't seen that this year. Chauncey's looked good. Nate hasn't looked himself. Phillips has looked good against the smaller teams, but when we play against legit defenses with sideline-to-sideline speed, he doesn't really have another dynamic to his game. It's either I can hit the sideline and get a touchdown, or I'm getting blown the hell up. Also going to be keeping up with South Carolina, LSU. I think that's a very intriguing matchup. Like I said earlier in the week, I really think Lenore Sellers is going to get that thing done. I just think he has another dimension to his game that Garrett Nussmeier doesn't. And LSU doesn't have a good running game anyways. South Carolina doesn't either. But Lenore Sellers in any given game can offset their offensive line struggles and their running game struggles. So, anyway, that's about all I got. Pretty excited for the upcoming matchup with Georgia and Auburn. Great game with Alabama and Missouri. Enjoyed it. Indiana tuned into that game. Like I said, I'm sorry to Indiana. And if you're an Indiana fan and you watched my previous video by some miracle, because I don't really have many people watching me right now, I'm sorry. And I'm going to put some respect on your team's name. They are certainly at this point deserving of top 10, possibly top 5 status. The only 2 elite teams right now, I guess, still out there is Alabama and Miami, and we really don't know about them either. I know what I've seen, but I haven't seen them play elite competition yet either. So maybe Miami a little bit, but not really. So yeah, that's Notre Dame's not elite. I'm sorry, they're not. They lost to Texas A&M, and they started off the season 0-2, guys. They're not elite. Florida's certainly not elite, and then a bunch of nobody teams. We see what's going on with Florida State. I mean, they're not elite. So, yeah, we really don't know much about them. But I think Indiana has proven that they deserve their flowers, and I'm going to give them their flowers. Alabama deserves their flowers. Totally giving them their flowers. I wasn't after the Florida State game. I am right now. Georgia, we'll see. I ain't giving you shit because you hadn't shown me much. And I'm not being a Disney dog or whatever they want to call it. I don't really keep up with modern day terminologies of fandoms, types of fandoms. But I just haven't seen it. We're giving up way too many deep balls. We're not being physical and bump and run pass coverage. And our D-line is not getting enough time to get adequate pressure. So, I'm not impressed. Our offensive line's been banged up. Pass pro's been shaky. The only solid thing Georgia's done this season that they've shown me is a run game. But we're about to find out against a pretty good Auburn defense. And you know, not really a good Auburn offense. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and give flowers where they're not due. Auburn's offense isn't that good. But Georgia's defense isn't that good either. So, we'll see. We'll see what Georgia can do. Anyway, that's my kind of midday update after the 3:30 games. I was going to do some halftime updates, but honestly, I just didn't get around to it. So I kind of decided to do one before the Georgia game. I might do one at halftime or after the Georgia game. And I will definitely Monday morning do a little something to recap. And middle of the week, sometime I'll do a Week 8 preview. So anyway, that's where I sit, guys. Peace.